Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. Now, as you can see on the screen, this week's video is going to focus on the Studio Series 86 Autobot Jazz from Transformers the Movie. And I have to say, I am so liking them so far. Now, I have to give a shout out to one of our members from Cybertron's Elite, which is a local Transformers group here in San Antonio, and he was the one that had alerted me that there was a Studio Series Jazz, and was gracious enough to go ahead and get a hold of that for me. So, dude, I appreciate it. I'm going to leave a shout out for you at the end of the video. Anyway, as I was saying, basically, he is one of the original G1 characters that basically survived up until season 3 of the Transformers the Movie. His character was originally voiced by Scatman Crothers, and basically, I don't know a whole lot of his film career, but he will forever, in my own heart, be Jazz. So, but moving on, as you can tell from the box, it does show off the figure very nicely, very G1. You can tell that they took their cues from, the character sheets and stuff from the movie itself. In addition, you can see the really great artwork on the box here. As you can tell, as we go to the side, he is a deluxe class figure. He is the first of the 86 line that they had released. So as I'm reviewing this, they're not in order, so don't fault me. On the other side, you see a much more larger illustration of Jazz. And then on the back, you see him, in both his robot mode and his vehicle mode. So that is it, at least for the packaging outside. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and open them up. Alright folks, there he is out of his box and on his display background. And as you can tell from the back, for anyone that is familiar with the 86 movie, he is in front of his console on Moonbase 1. And man, oh man, that is really, really awesome looking. I am really liking that background. As you can tell, he is, like I said, he is very, very reminiscent of his G1 character design. And we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at him. And as you can tell, he is very molded. I'm going to try and... There we go. Because he is mostly white and the light just washes him out. So I toned down the brightness on there. But he is very nice. You can tell by the molded details on there. Now, one thing that I saw, and I'm going to try and... There we go. As you can tell, as the light hits it, he does have some molded details on his calves. He's got, the little skirts. He does have some hollowness in his calves there, but that's due to transformation. He's got a very nice backpack. The doors and part of the roof just fold in on itself, so it's very, very nice looking. And of course, very, very nice. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of his G1, character sheet. So I'm going to go ahead, adjust my camera angle real quick, and I'll be right back, and we'll get started on the transformation. Alrighty, I am back. Thank you for waiting. And I did say we were going to start with transformation, but something I overlooked was articulation. So his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up a bit. He can look down just a little. He can look left, right or right, left, and his head can go 360. His arms are on a type of swivel. He can go up. He does have bicep rotation, and his arms can move at around 90 degrees. Unfortunately, there is no wrist swivel. Unfortunately, it can go in, but that is due to transformation. He does have a waist articulation. He does have thigh rotation just a bit, and he can go out. He can kick out around 90 degrees. He can kick back, but only so far out. He does have a knee bend, but again, because of the armature that's in here, it will tend to go back. So just want to let you all know. Now there should be, and there is, I just saw it. So there is a slot here. There is a tab right at the knee, so it should be able to snap in there. There we go. So that should be able to go in there, and that will allow you to bend. But once you detach it, it's going to be a pain in the rear. There we go. So there we go. He does have a toe bend. See, that's what I'm talking about. It went out again. So he does have a toe bend there. He does have ankle articulation right here. So he can be able to have those really awesome looking poses, like so. But other than that, let's go ahead and get down to transformation. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the weapon, and I almost forgot. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon here. Now, come on. Oh, there it goes. It's a good thing these things are made of some pretty strong plastic. There we go. So it's kind of reminiscent of his G1, but they do have that hollow mess that I really do not like. They should have just made it more solid. So I'm not understanding why they do it. They do it solid for some and hollow for others. That's really ridiculous. But I'm just gonna put that off to the side. Okay, so as you saw, I'm gonna go ahead and put his arms down. So one of the things that there it is. As I mentioned to you earlier, he does have some hollowness, and that's again due to transformation. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, these side panels, we're going to go ahead and flip those up like so, and we're going to go ahead and flip the feet down like that. Okay, now at this point we're going to go ahead and fold the legs in like so. So now we can be able to tab these in. Now there is a tab, as you just saw right there, and they will slide under and over each other like that. And it kind of reminds me of when all the Autobots were having a malfunction and they needed that mineral from Cybertron, Cybertonium. So yeah, you can replay that that little thing, that little aspect going. So at this point, what you're going to do is, and let me zoom back out, thank you, out, damn it. Okay, for some reason the camera on my phone is fighting with me. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take the hands and put those in to his forearms. And for those that didn't see it the first time, do that, push that in, and there we go. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just flip this up, flip this, and there we go. Alright, so once this is out, and do be careful because it was kind of stiff. It's still kind of stiff on mine, but these two sections here, you have to go ahead and make sure they are out and flushed. Once that's done, all you gotta do is flip the head around and then flip this top portion underneath, and this is what I'm talking about here. So this portion right here goes up. As you can tell, Jazz's head is underneath and facing inside of him. Alright. Now, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the hands in, or the arms in. Okay. I'm just reviewing some things while we're doing this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up these doors. We're going to open this back section here and just flush it out like that. I'm going to go ahead and twist that. And now normally this would pretty much go flush like so. However, we need to go ahead and get this armature. What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay, silly me. So there's something that I completely did not know until now. This abdomen section has to turn around like so. This will allow the arms to go down. And like that. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and turn the wheel well. And now we're going to go ahead and put these arms down. Now, come on, there we go. So once these arms are down, these tabs have to be facing out. So that's something that you need to make sure that you do. And okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just okay, I just need to do the other side, push that down. There we go, that tabs in there perfectly. Now all we gotta do is just push the rest of this in. And there we go. Come on. Alright, hold on. Because something's going on. This thing is not going flush. Come on, damn it. Ugh. Alright folks, give me a moment here. Alrighty. So there was a little bit of a snag on here. You have to really just pop that back, pop that in there. As I've always stated, when it comes down to you having to add a little bit of force, just be careful. Because again, these are just pieces of plastic. and they do have stress tolerances. If you push too much pressure, they're gonna wind up breaking. So again, do be careful. So at this point, I mean, he is a very nice vehicle mode. There are some issues with it. Again, there was some tightness on there. Some tabs that just basically would not stay locked on there, especially around his knees. I normally just wait to go ahead and just put that on there. But I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit more about that mostly. But, I mean, this isn't too bad. I like that. The only drawback that I do see in this vehicle mode is that you still see his stinking feet. Honestly, they could have done something different to where the feet could have folded in some way, shape, or form, and leaving the backside normal. So, yeah, that's one drawback on there. That's going to take off points. But all in all, it's not a bad looking figure. Like I said, I can understand they wanted to try and go for screen accuracy, you know, tune accuracy in this case. So, not too bad. Again, it's not a bad looking figure. He is going to, you know, once I actually have shelves, I'm going to go ahead and start putting them on them and so forth. So, I'm going to go ahead and transform him back into robot mode, and I'll give you my score and my final thoughts. Alright folks, thank you for waiting. I have returned, and let me go ahead and give you my final score on this figure. Now, because it was pretty much the first time, I'm going to try and give it a little bit of a break. But I have to say I'm going to have to give this one an 8, mostly because of certain issues in terms of clearance. But the major thing was the feet sticking out of the back of his vehicle mode. Like I said, Hasbro could have found a different way of doing that while still keeping the G1 tune aesthetic. To have that just sticking out like that, I have to say it's pure laziness. They didn't even really think about it. They just wanted to try and put something out there, and I understand, you know, you want to try and keep the tune aesthetic, but you also want to try and keep the G1, vehicle aesthetic as well. So, yeah, that's something to look into. I want to say also the lack of certain applications in terms of paint is also another factor. Like I said, I know they were trying to go for the tune aesthetic and whatnot, but there were certain areas that, honestly could have, done a little bit more with. Trying to see if I'm not forgetting anything. Other than that, like I said, he's a good looking figure, so I won't have much more complaints about it, and he'll probably much scale up with the rest of the 86 line, as well as some of the Kingdom figures that are coming out. So I'm really liking this. Other than that, what are your thoughts on the figure? Have you been able to find this out there in the wild? Walmart, Target, and if so, have you had any issues with it? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Go ahead and leave me your thoughts about this figure in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. In addition, ring the bell notifications. That way you're always up to date and notified when a new video comes out. So, at this point in time, I've got nothing else to say concerning this figure. I'd like to thank each and every one of you in viewing my channel, liking my videos, and I look forward to producing more content for you all in 2021. So this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch everyone out on the flip side. Peace.